Hello guys! In this video, you'll learn about Overview PostgreSQL Database. Introduction. This diagram illustrates the overall architecture and data flow for integrating a PostgreSQL database with Salesforce using the SKYVVA Agent bridge. The SKYVVA Agent acts as the middleware that securely transfers data between the database and Salesforce. Start from Step 1, PostgreSQL Database Server. Let's begin with the PostgreSQL Database Server. This is the source system where all business data is stored. It is an open-source relational database that stores structured information such as customer records, products, orders, and other business data. PostgreSQL provides reliable data storage with ACID compliance, ensuring data accuracy and consistency. At this stage, the data remains in the database until SKYVVA Agent requests it for integration. Step 2. Read and retrieve data. Once the integration starts, SKYVVA Agent securely connects to the PostgreSQL database. It reads or retrieves only the data that is required for the integration. This can happen automatically based on a schedule, in real time, or when triggered by a business event. During this step, no data is modified in the database. The agent simply extracts the required records so they can be processed in the next stage. Step 3. SKYVVA Agent Bridge. After retrieving the data, SKYVVA Agent acts as the bridge between PostgreSQL and Salesforce. This is where the main integration processing takes place. The agent transforms the source data into the format expected by Salesforce. It can map fields, convert data types, apply business rules, and validate the data before sending it. In addition, the agent monitors the integration process, writes logs, and handles any errors to ensure a reliable and secure data transfer. Step 4. Send data to Salesforce. Once the data has been successfully transformed and validated, SKYVVA Agent sends it to Salesforce through the Salesforce API. The communication is secure and follows the configured authentication method. The agent transfers the processed records efficiently and ensures that each request is delivered correctly. If any issues occur during transmission, the agent records the error and can retry or report the failed transaction. Step 5. Salesforce. Salesforce receives the incoming data from SKYVVA Agent through its API. Based on the integration configuration, Salesforce creates new records or updates existing ones. For example, it may create accounts, contacts, products, or other standard or custom objects. Once the records are saved successfully, they become immediately available for users, automation processes, reports, and dashboards within Salesforce. Step 6. Overall process summary. To summarize the complete process, PostgreSQL serves as the source system where business data is stored. SKYVVA Agent securely retrieves that data, transforms it according to the configured business rules, and delivers it to Salesforce through the API. Finally, Salesforce stores the data as business records, making it available for users and business operations. This automated process eliminates manual data entry, improves data accuracy, and ensures reliable synchronization between PostgreSQL and Salesforce. Now, let's look at the core processing scenarios. This diagram illustrates the 5 main ways SKYVVA Agent integrates PostgreSQL database with Salesforce. Depending on the business requirement, SKYVVA Agent can move data into Salesforce, extract data from Salesforce, execute database logic, or synchronize changes in real time. Scenario 1. Inbound processing, database, Salesforce. Let's begin with inbound processing. In this scenario, PostgreSQL database acts as the source system. SKYVVA Agent first connects to the database and reads or extracts the required records. After retrieving the data, the agent transforms and maps it according to the configured integration rules. This may include converting data formats, mapping database columns to Salesforce fields, or applying business logic. Once the data has been prepared, SKYVVA Agent sends it securely to Salesforce through the Salesforce API, where new records are created or existing records are updated. This scenario is commonly used for data migration, scheduled data synchronization, and importing business data into Salesforce. Scenario 2. Outbound processing, Salesforce database. The second scenario is outbound processing. Here, Salesforce becomes the source system while PostgreSQL database is the destination. SKYVVA Agent queries or extracts data from Salesforce using SOQL or Salesforce APIs. The retrieved data is then transformed and mapped into the database structure. Finally, SKYVVA Agent writes the data into PostgreSQL by performing insert, update, or upsert operations. This scenario is useful for reporting databases, backup systems, data warehousing, analytics, or replicating Salesforce data into external systems. Scenario 3. Stored procedure. In Scenario 3, Salesforce acts as the client and caller. Salesforce sends a request through the SKYVVA agent to call a stored procedure in the PostgreSQL database. The SKYVVA agent executes the stored procedure and passes any required input parameters. PostgreSQL processes the business logic and returns the result or output to the SKYVVA agent. The agent then sends the response back to Salesforce, where the response can be processed through the response interface in the SKYVVA inbound processing flow. Scenario 4. Change data capture, CDC. The fourth scenario is change data capture, or CDC. Instead of reading the entire database repeatedly, PostgreSQL records every insert, update, and delete operation in its write-ahead log, or WEL. SKYVVA Agent continuously monitors these database changes and captures only the modified records. It then processes and sends the changes directly to Salesforce, keeping both systems synchronized in near real time. Because only changed data is transferred, this approach improves performance, reduces system load, and enables efficient real-time synchronization. Scenario 5. Salesforce Change Data Capture, CDC. In Scenario 5, Salesforce is the source of the data changes. Salesforce CDC captures changes such as insert, update, and delete events. The SKYVVA agent receives these change events from Salesforce, transforms and maps the data as configured, and then writes the changes to the PostgreSQL database. This allows data changes from Salesforce to be synchronized with the database in real time or near real time. Let's see how the complete integration works. This diagram shows the end-to-end process between PostgreSQL Database and Salesforce, with SKYVVA Agent acting as the bridge. It supports both inbound integration, where data moves from PostgreSQL to Salesforce, and outbound integration, where data moves from Salesforce back to PostgreSQL. Step 1. Business data in PostgreSQL. The integration begins with the PostgreSQL database. This is where business data such as customer information, products, orders, and other business records are stored. At this stage, PostgreSQL acts as the source system for inbound integration. Step 2. SKYVVA Agent reads or captures data. Next, SKYVVA Agent connects securely to PostgreSQL. The agent can retrieve data in several ways: reading database tables, querying database views, executing stored procedures, capturing database changes using change data capture, CDC, and the PostgreSQL write-ahead log, WEL. Step 3. Process and send to Salesforce. After retrieving the data, SKYVVA Agent performs the integration processing. The agent extracts the data, applies field mapping, transforms data formats, validates business rules, sends the processed records to Salesforce through the Salesforce API. Step 4. Complete data synchronization. Finally, SKYVVA Agent provides complete bidirectional synchronization between PostgreSQL and Salesforce. For inbound integration, the agent retrieves business data from PostgreSQL, transforms and validates it, and sends it to Salesforce to create or update records. For outbound integration, the agent retrieves data from Salesforce, transforms it according to the PostgreSQL database structure, and writes the processed records back to PostgreSQL. This enables both systems to remain synchronized while supporting reliable, secure, and automated data exchange in both directions. With SKYVVA Agent, you get a complete and reliable integration solution between PostgreSQL and Salesforce. It supports bidirectional data flow, enabling seamless synchronization in both directions, while providing real-time and near real-time integration through scheduled jobs and change data capture, CDC. The agent performs data transformation and field mapping to ensure compatibility between both systems, delivers secure and reliable data transfer with built-in validation and error handling, and offers comprehensive monitoring and logging for complete visibility into the integration process. Now, we will show and explain how to set up the adapter and configure the interface. In this video, we will focus on the PostgreSQL database. When we use the database adapter with PostgreSQL, we can process data based on different business requirements, such as inbound processing, outbound processing, and other integration scenarios. In this video, we will show only the adapter setup and interface configuration. We will not demonstrate the actual processing or explain each scenario in detail. For a detailed explanation of the different processing scenarios, please visit our YouTube channel, where we have separate videos covering these topics. Here, you can see that we already have an existing inbound database adapter configured for PostgreSQL. The database adapter supports many types of databases, such as Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and Microsoft Access. In this video, we focus on PostgreSQL database. Depending on the business requirement, the database adapter can be used for different processing scenarios, such as inbound processing, where data is read from the PostgreSQL database and sent to Salesforce, or outbound processing, where data is received from Salesforce and written to the PostgreSQL database. Now, let's move on to the interface configuration. Here, you can see an existing inbound interface. This interface is linked to the inbound database adapter and is configured to use PostgreSQL with the inbound database message type. For the operation type, we support several options, such as insert, upsert, update, delete, and more. You can select the appropriate operation type depending on your processing requirements and the type of data operation you want to perform. This is an inbound interface, which means that data comes from the PostgreSQL database into the integration process and can then be sent to Salesforce. If the interface is outbound, the data flow works in the opposite direction. Data is retrieved from Salesforce, sent through the integration process, and then written to the PostgreSQL database. The processing scenarios are explained in more detail in our separate videos on the SKYVVA YouTube channel. In this video, we're focusing only on an overview of PostgreSQL database integration. In this video, we provided an overview of PostgreSQL database integration with SKYVVA. By integrating PostgreSQL with SKYVVA, organizations can easily connect their PostgreSQL databases with Salesforce and exchange data between the two systems. This helps reduce manual data entry, improve data synchronization, and support different business integration requirements. The database adapter also provides flexibility by supporting multiple database types and different operation types, such as insert, update, upsert, and delete. This allows organizations to configure their integration based on their specific business requirements. Summary. In this video, we provide an overview of PostgreSQL database integration with Salesforce using the SKYVVA agent. We explain the main architecture, data flow, and core processing scenarios, including inbound, outbound, stored procedure, and change data capture, CDC, integration. We also demonstrate the PostgreSQL database adapter and interface configuration, showing how SKYVVA supports secure data exchange and synchronization between PostgreSQL and Salesforce based on different business requirements. Thanks for visiting our YouTube channel. See you in the next video.